back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. If you're new, welcome. My name is Bianca and make sure that you subscribe, guys. Have you subscribed? Have you clicked on the bell? I'm uploading now 3 times a week, which is super exciting. I used to only upload once a week. Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 6 p.m. you will have a new video, guys. Today's video is super exciting because I am speaking to an aspiring model over the phone, and basically she's just gonna ask me a ton of questions about the modeling industry, but basically if you want to be one of those models that I chat to, I do this on a weekly basis, by the way. So if you want to be able to speak to me on the phone, make sure that you are subscribed and that you've clicked on the notification bell, and then also comment below saying that you've done so, and I'll pretty much be choosing someone at random every single week, and you can be based anywhere in the world. I'm so excited because I really love speaking to you guys, and you know, I love making these videos to be able to teach you guys about the modeling industry, but when I'm able to actually speak to you on the phone, it's even more exciting, guys. So if you want to hear the questions that this model has for me and the answers that I give her, don't go anywhere, just keep on watching. Okay guys, so she just sent me her number, so I'm gonna call her now on WhatsApp voice call. So let's do it.
Hello?
Hey Pamela, how are you?
I'm good, yourself?
I'm good. It's so nice to finally chat to you.
Likewise, the one about the rabbit.
Oh, no. Just pretend like we're friends already. Don't worry. Nothing to be nervous about. I love being able to just, you know, help and give advice where I can. So, yeah, don't feel nervous at all. Literally, whatever you want to know, I'm here to help you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it a lot.
Of course, it's such a pleasure.
Oh, God, it's not fun.
Oh, yay. Okay, cool. Well, let's get into it. You can ask me your first question.
Okay, so, in your most recent video on YouTube, right? You spoke about the swimming models, you know? So, I want to know, what is the appropriate age to start with that?
Oh, I think anywhere from 17 upwards. I would say, yeah, 17 is the youngest, and then there's literally like no cap. I mean, Tyra Banks just did the cover of Sports Illustrated, so you can be as old as you want to be, but I think for starting age 17. How old are you? I didn't ask you.
I'm 17.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, there's your answer, so you can start right now.
Okay, thank you. But that's an act, so doesn't it matter?
What do you mean?
Like, you have to be a certain act.
For swimwear or for modeling in general? Okay, so for modeling in general, there's obviously different like categories. So of course there will be like a height requirement for being a fashion model, commercial model, fitness model, all those different things. But still within each type of modeling, there's always exceptions, you know. So that's something that can always be changed, and you can always get away with it. Like there's a lot of high fashion models. I can use Kate Moss as an example, or even Hailey Bieber, or even there's a lot. Emma Ratajkowski. I'll send you the links of these people if you like, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyways, they aren't really, you know, like very tall, but they're still able to walk the runways, and that's because they've built brands. So I will make a video on like how to build a brand as a model. So yeah, basically that's my answer for that. And then for swimwear modeling, there's no height requirement. Especially nowadays with swimwear, you can be literally any height, any body type. You don't have to have big boobs or a big bum, or you know, be super skinny. You just have to look healthy. That's pretty much what it is. And like as I'm talking to you now, I'm literally looking at your WhatsApp profile picture, and I mean, wow, like you are really beautiful. You definitely do have what it takes. You have such a good look.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Another question. You see, personally, I So for me, wouldn't there like a specific type when it comes to models, like their appearance?
Well, okay. Do you know what type of model you are or what type of model you want to be?
Mainly like swimming, brand, and commercial things.
Well, that's perfect. So, I mean, you've definitely, like I also went through your profile. That's definitely, I would say you're right. So you're definitely on track for that. With commercial and swimwear, they don't usually have a certain look. Like for fashion, there is a certain look, you know, either someone has like prominent features, like they have a gap, or they have like really big ears, or like they have really bushy eyebrows or something like that. But for commercial and for swimwear, if you're able to, like, let's say you put on the bikini, if you're able to bring it to life and like make it look fun and exciting and make people like want to buy the swimwear that you're wearing, you will be able to be that model, if that makes sense. Because essentially as a model, like, that's your job. You need to make people be like, oh my god, who is that girl, like, what is she wearing, I want that. So, and that all comes down to practicing. So I think the fact that you know you want to be a commercial and a swimwear model, you need to study those type of models, and you need to see, like, you know, how do they move in front of the camera, and you need to start practicing that so that when it's your chance to be in front of the camera, you know how to do that and it will come naturally, you know, like it won't be awkward because you've practiced it so much.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually.
Yeah.
My thing is, okay, since I'm in Matric right now, I can't really focus on other stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I've been looking at a lot of modeling agencies. So I'm kind of like doubting myself if I should sign up for them or not.
Okay, well, where are you? Are you in Cape Town? Or Joburg?
Yes.
Okay, well, the nice thing about Cape Town is there are so many agencies. You have way more agencies than Joburg, so that's already a nice start. And then another thing is they also have, a lot of these agencies have a lot of young models on their books already. So let's say you sign to an agency. You can tell them that, okay, well, I'm in Matric right now, you know, so modeling isn't my priority. However, you know, you want to still be able to gain some experience. So you want to they can still put you forward for things, like for certain jobs. And let's say you book a job and you're actually able to go, then that's great. But if you just communicate with them and let them know, you know, for the next, what do you have? You have 6 months left. For the next 6 months, you want to focus on obviously finishing high school, which is really important. And then, you know, you also want to kind of get your feet wet and see how it is on set if you are available. But you just tell them that, you know, from January, you'll be able to then be available full time, and, you know, your schedule is going to open up obviously because you'll be done with your studies. So I think don't be scared and don't wait until next year. I think you should definitely apply to as many agencies as you can, because then you'll also be able just to get some like feedback from them, like what they think, you know, just so that you know. Because if you sit and wait, it does become a problem like for later on. It just basically slows your progress. So even though you won't be able to make modeling your focus right now, I think definitely apply, just so that you also know how the process goes, and just so that you can learn and kind of see and go to different agencies, even if you meet with different agencies just to see how they all work, and maybe in January you can choose the one that you feel is right for you, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
My last question, do you think that the modeling industry can be a full-time career choice?
So yes, I'm not going to say no, I'm going to say yes, but you have to be willing to sacrifice a lot, especially in the beginning. And what I mean by that is like spending a lot of time with your family, you know, especially if it takes off very quickly, you need to be willing to make those sacrifices. So for me, I started modeling in 2011 and it only really took off in 2014. But when it took off, like it took off, and I was traveling to so many different countries, and you know, I was in and out, and I had to get used to living out of a suitcase. I had to get used to living in hotels. I had to get used to, you know, not always being with my friends and my family and my boyfriend. I had to get used to that, you know. So if you know, it is definitely possible, but to be able to make, you know, a good amount of money where you can pay for your rent and you can pay for your clothes and your food and all of that, you need to be willing to make sacrifice, because you basically need to work quite a lot, especially in the beginning. But so I say that, I know it may sound a bit scary. I'm sorry, it's not meant to be scary, but it just means that, you know, you should be open to that, because what we see on Instagram and all this stuff, it looks very glamorous and it looks like it's not lonely sometimes, but the truth is that's the sacrifice, you know, that you have to, that's the price that you have to pay. So and then you can get to a point where you're kind of stable and you can choose like what jobs you want to do and don't want to do because you want to spend time with your family or whatever it is. But I would say yes, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm able to provide myself, and that's all basically off of being a model and also branding myself so that I'm able to collaborate with other brands as well. So that I will make other videos to explain more on what I'm saying in terms of branding, but if you want to be able to live off of a modeling, you know, paycheck, you need to then turn yourself into a brand. You can't only be a model. You need to be able to offer a little bit more than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I will make a video about that, and I'm sure by the time you're ready, then it's going to be out and it will be just good timing for you.
Okay, thank you. It really helped me a lot, eh?
Oh, it's such a pleasure. It's such a pleasure. I'm so happy that I could help, and just know, like, if ever you have any questions, I really am happy to help, because I was also in your position, but the difference is I never had anyone to ever help me. I had to actually figure all of this out by myself, and even though it was difficult, I mean, obviously it's been really rewarding and worth it, but you know, I know, basically I know where you're at, so I'm that person for you. Just send me a DM, well, you have my number now, so send me a WhatsApp if you ever need any help.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's such a pleasure. It's really such a pleasure. It was so nice to chat to you.
Likewise, thank you, Trude.
Okay, you too. I'll chat to you soon.
Hope your video turns out well.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Okay, bye.
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 Oh, she is such a sweet girl, guys. Oh my gosh. She's only 17 years old, which, you know, is obviously, it's young, but it's also the perfect time for her. So yeah, I wish her all the best. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment below, guys. You know that I'm always happy and keen to answer any of your questions. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.